Today I'm here to talk to you about 5 things you should consider when deciding if you'd like to hire a real estate agent to manage your investment property. Over the last 5 years in property management, I've had a lot of experience with landlords coming to me with questions or problems because they didn't know what to ask a real estate agent when they offered to manage their property, and then they kind of end up in like a nightmare situation. I am not by any means saying that real estate agents in general have no property management knowledge, but I want to go over 5 things you should consider and make sure you ask before hiring a real estate agent. Number one important thing to know is that just because somebody is a real estate agent does not mean they have property management knowledge. When you go through your test to become a real estate agent or a broker, there's a very tiny portion of the test and material that covers property management, landlord-tenant law, and anything of that nature. So a good question to ask would be, are you familiar with landlord-tenant law? Have you ever managed property before? Do you have experience? What experience do you have? Number 2 would be very aware that if they don't know those things and you don't ask that question, it opens up a ton of liability for you as the landlord. If the real estate agent in particular does not know how to properly handle a security deposit, what the tenant's rights are, what the landlord's required to take care of and what they're not required to take care of, then it can open you up to a lot of liability that could easily be avoided by just the person being hired having basic knowledge on property management. Number 3, it's important to know that unless that real estate agent is part of a brokerage that has a property management division, they probably have a lot less support than a property manager would. At a property management company, you've got a maintenance coordinator. At our company in particular, we have one person that all they do is screen applicants all day to make sure that before we place a tenant in a property, they are thoroughly screened and we don't miss any red flags. We have help with boots on the ground. We have help with answering calls to get back to our owners. It's very likely if that real estate agent is not part of a property management division that they have no support, which just means they're literally not capable of providing the same level of service and of being as proactive, which is really important. Number 4 is if you hire a real estate agent to just lease your property and they're not managing it, it's important to know that if they are not well versed in screening and they're not well versed in the problems that can occur if you don't screen properly, that they might place a tenant in there without thoroughly screening. They might not know what to look for, and then you end up with a tenant that was not properly screened. They make their commission, and then you're stuck with the result of that, which could mean the tenant not paying rent or damaging the property. And so that's something that's very important to make sure that they are well versed in. And number 5, you can't knock them for it. Many agents are mostly focused on sales. That's how they make the bulk of their money. That's what they're trained to do. And so unless they are part of a property management division or a property management company, it's really important to make sure that they actually have the time and the resources to effectively and proactively manage your property. And again, real estate agents are amazing for so many things. These are just the questions you want to ask to make sure if you're hiring a real estate agent, they are also well versed in property management and they're going to do a good job for you. And if you're a real estate agent or you're an owner or a landlord and you have any questions about property management, please feel free to give me a call by calling the number below. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.